back quarter. He's now doing the punishing skid where he says, you know what, I stuffed up there, you. I am going to punish you.
Okay, it's going to a good tunnel shot. I've heard it bad. Oh, I'm shaking, I've hurt my car super bad. Back guys, Thursday afternoon, and what a busy week. Seriously, I'm only just recovering from the weekend. Work Saturday, left work, straight to Power Cruise, Street Outlaws Australia, jumped on the camera, finished there about 10:30, 11 Saturday night, hour and a half home. I think all up 21 hour day for me. Back up Sunday, editing. Monday, back to work, jumped in the truck during my lunch breaks, more editing, and then file corruption. So it fell on its face. I knew it was in the writing of the software. As soon as it wouldn't post to YouTube, it just wouldn't post up. I had to drop the resolution in it. Still didn't work. I had to cut some of it out and try and re-edit it quickly. Still didn't work. Dropped the resolution again, and YouTube hates that. There was a couple other things because I missed my upload time, which suits my channel. Just everything just worked against it, I think. And it just sort of fell on its face. So my apologies. Also, I haven't been uploading enough either. So just the channel's just copping a bit of a hit lately. It is super hard to do it when you've got a house and a missus and family and things like that. This is a hobby for me. So I'm trying my best, guys, and that's just how it is. Don't have feelings. YouTube's a bitch. It is. Bitch. So anyway, Thursday, finally got some energy. Things happen quickly around here. I got new wheels, which I told you about, and already I've sold them. So yeah, things happen quick around here. I got a mate that's got an awesome HG, small block, you know, just a mad street machine, knows about my wheels, and he just said, oh, I love them. Anyway, it's having a couple of little issues with fitment and getting the right offsets for the car. So we made a deal, sold them. They're gonna go onto his HG. I'll show you what they look like on the car first. So, oh yeah, buddy. How sick is that? Boycotting and Bristols, 17, 4.5, front runners. They look sick. Stockies on the back. So right now I'm about to put the earbuds back on, the 22s. So right now, might as well look after me, mate. Get these off, get them ready to be dropped off on Saturday. They're gonna look sick on his HG. Get the 22s back on the front and come along. Let's do it. Little bit at a time. Living that low life. Little movements. Little movements. That low life. Love that low life. Anyway, we're going to get there. Up off the ground now. And yeah, I've cracked all these, so I'll just turn this down a little bit. The best thing is I've used like thread lube, like a copper thread lube on these to keep the threads healthy, especially for the rears when you're always swapping rims constantly, especially on the rears. Oh yeah, bud. Sick. Now, move that. The car's got to go to Shane's. I'll leave a link to his workshop. He fitted the coilovers, so the car needs a big clean up in there. It needs degreasing, cleaning. Those coilovers are fairly new, but they're just dirty at the moment. But in one of my rush moments, I think to get the car somewhere, I can't remember where, I cracked everything and just wound the suspension up. So I think this one's more wound up on the spring more than the height adjustment. So it's got to go to his and just get everything checked and realigned. Really, I messed it up. Also, I have hub spacers, you know, to match the hub differences, but they're brittle and broken. So until I get new ones, these are just going straight on. Oh, they're actually heavy. Heavy girls, some ones. I always do them up by hand, especially with these funny wheel nuts. That would just tear this up, really. And you don't know what torque's on it. So I'll go do the other side. I'll do them up by hand a little bit, and then I'll drop it down until the tyre's just got pressure on it. Do them up. You know how it goes. You've done this before. Do them up fairly tightly, cross pattern. The reason I do them up by hand first, it just helps them locate better on the hub, I find. And you should always do that anyway, I feel. And then snug them up by hand. I don't know torque specs, but I'll go around, double check them all. Put that away, I'll wrap all them up. Back on Simmons. All done, wasn't hard. Might pull the bed liner out next on this episode. We'll pull the bed liner out because that tub needs washing, and we'll start detailing this thing, getting it ready to go to Trent's to get a cam.
2 days later.
Alright, got it out. Easiest way to do it. Pull a couple of this stuff out. This is where I just store the car cover for it, my low ramps. Let's get this bed liner out, eh? Just got to undo your tie downs. On the back, there's a few screws. A couple of these screws here. And we'll lift this bed liner out and give it a clean. Do this. So just rip that liner out, doesn't take long at all. Like I said, it's the tie downs, a few screws across the back. Pull these out a little bit because some of them hold the tub liner in too, double up as a holder. Just pull them. Then pull the walls in of the tub liner and pull her out. So the panel shop have done a really good job of repairing this. It was a freaking mess, man. And they've done a ripping job to repair it. The paint side of things, not so much, but yeah, the repairs are done really good. So the last time I had all this out, it was dirt, like red dirt, like country dirt, like that. There's a little bit left here. It was like this. All the way through it. So the panel shop have done a good job at cleaning this all out. They've rust proofed it all. You can see the fish oiled the whole thing inside. This is one of the things that I'm trying to do with this ute too, as I'm cleaning it up, is, what is it, 13 years old now. So I'm going through this time and doing a lot of preventative rust issues. You know, this ute, 20 years time, start getting rust problems just like every other ute and every other car. VEs do leak everywhere. So yeah, they've even sprayed fish oil in there, inside all that wall cavity. Super happy with the repair that they've done. Yeah, stoked. So I might not even wash this out. I might just wipe it out now. I know it's as clean as it is. I'll just get a rag and just clean up all in here. VEs catch water, and in here I'm just going to drill a hole in there while the tub liner's out, so if it ever catches water in the future, it just runs straight out of it. Not that this car's now just a weekender, so it's not a daily. If you got a daily, I'd recommend doing it. I've got the VF, so the VF's me daily, and I'll probably do the same to it. For a daily car, man, it's mint at SV6. Anyway, I'll get a rag and start cleaning. I was just going to get a soapy water and a sponge, but I think I might just use a rag and go through, drill them 2 holes and put the tub liner back in. Wow, check this out. And this is exactly why I'm doing all this preventative maintenance. This blew me out. So in there, I just thought, I'll just drill a little hole in here. Not sure if you can see. How much? That's dirt. Look at that. That's about 2 inches of fluffy dirt down in that cavity. So once moisture gets in there and it holds it, it's just going to rot that guard out from the inside out. Check it out, man. How bad is that? Down in there. I'll grab a vacuum cleaner. I'll just break all that up and vacuum it all out. This is all part of it, you know. I've ripped a quick 2 holes in either side of here. You can just see in there. So any water that sits in this cavity now, up underneath, it seems to be hollow right up underneath there. So any water that's in there now should just drain out. Like I said, it's not a daily anymore, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's going to be great. I'll just wash it out and it should be a good thing. But I'll get a vacuum cleaner in that section and get all that dirt out. Glad the missus ain't home to see me use a vacuum cleaner like that. Jesus. Anyway, got all that dirt out and picked up some of those metal shavings from the hole I drilled, so check it out. Yeah, got all up in there. Got most of that dirt out. I might get the screwdriver in there and just poke around and clean the rest of that up. Little light on there. Look at that, man. That's so bad. Look. Not sure if you can see it. It's picking up on that. Now I'm just going to keep digging away at it and get all that dirt down there and just smash it up with a vacuum cleaner. I'll do both sides. Come on. Alright, that's that side done, and it was serious. No fucking bullshit. I thought it was only a couple of inches deep with dirt. It ended up being a whole screwdriver thick of just dirt build up in that guard. Man, what do? Take it for granted that it's a late model car, but they're not no more. Do the other side. Clean the tub up and put the tub liner back in. So dug it all out. There was just as much in this side than that side. Vacuumed it. I'm super happy. And then I've just gone through and cleaned it. So vacuumed all inside that gap, this gap. Really happy with it. And then I just went through and wiped it all down with WD-40. I was going to soap and water wash it, but just in case I missed something further back, in one of these walls. I don't want to fill it up with water in case there's just as much dirt down there. I don't think it would be. I had a good look. I think the back side of it's fine. There's just 2 cavities, man, way in the inside cavity. Super dirt, like I'm talking a full screwdriver length plus a couple of inches sideways deep of dirt. Easily a couple of cups in each side. So I got all that out, and then I've just wiped it all down with WD. Pretty good, pretty clean. Wasn't really doing it to be clean, you're not going to see it. Peace of mind, I think, knowing what's under there. I've seen it myself. I've seen the fish oiling that the shop has done, the smash repair's done. I know I've been through and cleaned the dirt out. The tub liner will come back out again once I'm going to bed line the tub line. So many scratches on it, I just want it looking clean, so I'll probably raptor it in some time. But right now I'll put it all back together, and I know the bed's good. Pretty happy about that. Craziest amounts of wind this week too. If you live in the Illawarra, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just getting extra leaves and things like that out of it. But bedline is back in until I pull it out and bedline the bedline. I have washed in here with soapy water, and it's just been affected, use affected. But overall, it's coming up tidy. This is a repair they've done. I'm not sure if you've ever seen it. So yeah, I made a mess of it, and they have done a great job to fix this. And it's taken a while to do it because I wasn't insured when I did it. So it was just straight out of my pocket. It was, what was it? Nearly a $7,500 burnout. So, and I wasn't even there to do a burnout. I was just mucking around to get me 50 bucks back. But anyway, all repaired, emotionally damaged, but we're getting there. And yeah, I'm super stoked that I got my pride and joy back. Stay tuned, that episode's cooked, and we'll clean up something else next. Got to go to Shane's to get the XYZ coilovers redone. Might even lift it up a little bit because the drive shaft angles are a bit jacked up to go racing, especially once I put grippy ones on. Stay tuned, just little bit by little bit. Keep this algorithm going. Please share, like, subscribe. It helps me to keep this going. Hopefully we get kamikaze looking half decent and going half decent. All right, guys, until next time, peace.
Packed up, moving like a Mack truck, Nashville bound to bust. Gonna hit your city like Kanye.